wow. Well, that Seven of Swords is not actually throwing any alarm bells for me. To be absolutely honest, it's not a scary card at all. It's honestly looking like you guys may be doing something that may be slightly uncomfortable, but it's going out and taking a risk, right? You're doing something that's not comfortable. And it is for love. As you see, the Queen of Cups is here. That's awesome. And then you have your card here in the heart of your reading. So this is a time of kind of pushing through a difficult situation. That's probably why you're so serious right now. You ain't playing no games. I don't know who it is that's testing you, but you ain't playing no games. And I feel like right now things are just, in a very slow start right now. As a matter of fact, possibly even delayed. Now, the reason why it's delayed is because perhaps you have a decision to make about where you want to go in your life, where you want to take your relationship, where it truly resonates with you and your passions regarding the love in your life. Now, what's underneath here, right, is the King of Pentacles. I feel like y'all are very committed right now. You guys are committed to making something work, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm getting this feeling that perhaps there's something here where you're looking for that kind of confirmation from your partner in regards to being committed, okay, right? Because even underneath the King of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles there, and I'll show you really fast. Two of Pentacles, which talks about making the practical decision without looking at your heart. And I feel like right now, it's a lot of looking externally, what's tangible, what's real, what's physical. Perhaps your partner is not with you at this time, and they're at a distance, and this is what's kind of causing the relationship to be very difficult for you. Okay, that's probably why you have you're kind of serious and a little bit detached, just because perhaps there's not a lot of contact right now. And the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, they don't usually touch each other. I feel like when I see these two together, I see such a strong emotional and spiritual connection between the two that they don't need to be physically together to know that they love each other, to be to sense each other. They sense each other's presence. They're very much in their emotions, and spirit is what? Emotion. So it's that feeling, it's that sense. And I feel like these two can go a distance and not have to be together, right? But they're also very vulnerable. Now, with all that being said, I feel like this person here does make you vulnerable. In this reading here, it does say that. This person makes you feel very vulnerable, very open, and very, very much in love. You love this person deeply. I can see that. Or this person does love you, right? But the Queen of Swords is coming out. I don't know if you're dealing with a Libra. I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini or Aquarius. Or you could be just dealing with somebody that's either super aggressive or super detached in some ways, or that you're having to be detached right now, right? Like I was saying before, because you have strength coming up here. Either somebody's detaching from their situation and being very direct, very forward, and very, a little bit cold right now. Like, I do get this feeling that that's what's going on. Maybe somebody's being very cold, and maybe their words are coming off a little bit harsh because everybody's emotions are very open right now. It's like a raw blood vessel, right? Around air, right? Air is sharp, but it's tough. It doesn't have any really. It can be very dry. But then at the same time, a blood vessel, if it's exposed, it's going to hurt probably, right? So it's almost like this person may be just being very truthful and very honest with everyone and themselves and you. And it may be that it's kind of, it does kind of hit a tender spot because this person has a spot in your life, right? So we're just going to go ahead and read this. Your current state of being in this relationship is the Queen of Swords. It does talk about being direct. It does talk about knowing your truth. It does talk about being serious and kind of looking at things very analytically and kind of taking a step back from your emotions. But the decision making has a lot to do with passion, which does require you to look within your emotions right now. It does require to look at what you want and that utilize what you want as the drive and the willpower to get you to where you want to be. Where's your passions right now? But there's a lot of looking at maybe what your truth is, what your moral compass is, what your belief system is, what your thoughts are. Very honest and very open and very clear. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no confusion with the Queen of Swords. There's a lot of direct stuff happening here, right? And I feel like your desired outcome is the Six of Pentacles, right? Is to gain more balance, to see, maybe perhaps to gain more give and take. And I feel like with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you want to not necessarily gain reciprocity, but you kind of want things to just kind of even itself out. You know, to show that it's kind of gaining balance in a way, right? You want to show, want it to show in your relationship that there is some sort of a balance retained right now. But the thing that's keeping this balance from being able to, to stabilize, right? The only thing that obviously, right, the Six of Pentacles being that it's about, either give and take. It's not necessarily. It's sometimes it's seen as a charity card, but it's not the case. I feel like the reason why you're not able to get the balance that you're looking for right now is this Ace of Pentacles. Maybe there's a delay in something progressing, and this, in regards to, making building a future together that could potentially lead to something long term, something that can lead you to a very, stable and grounding relationship. The reason being is because of the Queen of Cups. Right? So I don't see this as necessarily like this is not happening. We haven't started a new beginning. It's more of a delay for me. And it perhaps has a lot to do with the fact that this is about your ideal lover. Who you're looking for in a woman, who you're looking for in a man, who you're looking for in a partner in general. Who are you looking for? What kind of relationship you're looking for? What kind of relationship you want? You want one that's of balance, that shows, that there is a good, aspect to it that, that you can give to, and you can, that you see a loyal sort of cycle in return from, right? You want a healthy balance, I feel. But it's honestly, it's like the Queen of Cups is almost letting me know that there is some delays here in regards to what someone wants, what someone's ideal relationship looks like, what the, or really, be allowing themselves to be vulnerable again as well. Allowing themselves to be emotionally open, because the Queen of Swords is not emotionally open. No, she's not. She protects her emotions with the truth. She feels, obviously, everybody feels. All of these people that come up, they're human beings. Of course she has feelings. But it doesn't mean that she makes decisions, with her emotions involved. She makes decisions to protect herself from being hurt, because she's seen some stuff, she's been through some things. And I feel like, Leo, you've been through some stuff. You've been through a lot of stuff. And that's why perhaps you are in this period right now where there is a delay in a new beginning. Right now, this halt, that is not happening, but it's a delay because perhaps there's something that it's going to require you to look deep within your emotions, allowing you to be emotionally open, or something that needs to be emotionally open with you. Or even with a partner that you're dealing with, maybe there's somebody here that's not emotionally open, that's not really, communicating with you about how they feel, what they want. Because you see here, the Queen of Cups' cup is closed. It's like she only knows what's in her cup. She ain't trying. The person that she is waiting to give this cup to, one, has to come to her, and then two, they are going to know what's in that cup until they open it. And I feel like maybe this person that you're dealing with may be a little bit, not necessarily secretive, okay? Because I don't think that's the secrets. I feel like maybe this person, it may be, controls their emotions very well, but they're very emotional. But I feel like the delay here, most importantly, looking at the situation the way I see it, it's a delay because it is requiring some sort of emotional vulnerability, either from your side or from the relationship side, or from whoever you're trying to, build something with here, something, whoever you're trying to build a relationship with right now. And the best path to follow here is the Eight of Pentacles, which is saying, working at it, focusing on the details, focusing on what you can do at the moment, being in the moment with what you've got right now, looking closely and focusing on what's going on, working hard at what's going on. And I feel like the thing that needs to be worked on right now really is the emotional aspect. Because where you guys want to go all depends on how you feel about it. It's the Two of Wands, not the Two of Swords. You know what I mean? So it's like, what does your heart want? Because if you want something, that's all you can do. The thing that's keeping this thing from moving forward is this inability to look at what's going on. And not necessarily inability, but this undesirable wanting to kind of like this detachment from the emotions. Whoever is doing it, it's not good, right? It's not, I mean, it is what it is. If this is where you guys want to be right now, delaying stuff, then it is what it is. But I don't think that's the case for you guys. I feel like you guys do want to manifest something. You want to get what you want. And I feel like the only way to do that is to feel comfortable with how you are emotionally, being true to your emotions, being true to how you feel. And that's the same for your partner if that's who you're dealing with. Because in your feelings, you have strength, right? It could be that you guys are you guys are going through a difficult situation right now, or a difficult patch in your relationship, or you guys have been through a difficult patch in your life where you have this, this thing that's, pushing you through, keep carrying you through. There's a bit of a struggle here, right? So the strength card is like, hey, you know what? This is a difficult time. I'm going to have to kind of put on the big girl, big boy, whatever, pants on, and just charge on through, keep pushing through, get to the very end, keep myself afloat right now through this difficult time. It's not usually very easy for this energy, and this is really a card that requires courage. And I feel like there's this building of courage here. And I feel like with strength, right? I feel like you guys do feel brave. You do want to go after what it is that you want. The Queen of Cups does indicate that. So, the Queen of Cups, she's brave being this vulnerable in the first place. All the time, right? It's hard to do. And I feel like you guys have have been very serious for a while. And yeah, it requires you guys to be courageous and speak your truth and be serious and be honest with yourself and honest with other people around you. But it's another sort of bravery to be vulnerable like this. So when I see that, I do get this feeling here that with your hopes and fears being the King of Cups, I feel like you guys do want to be more emotionally open, and I feel like you guys want to for certain be, know what you want, or just be able to, just say, what, this is what it is. I'll be honest with you, this is what I want, right? You want to. I feel like the hopes and fears is saying either you want to reconnect with somebody that you're in a relationship with already, who you see as your ideal partner, or that you want to be more emotionally open. You may want to be more courageous and be okay with being vulnerable and not have to put up a fight. Not necessarily put up a fight, but necessarily be like, I'm having to protect myself so that way I don't feel like I'm gonna before because you want loyalty. It looks like you want someone to be able to be loyal to you, and you want to be loyal to them back. You want that reciprocity of loyalty, right? And that's why I saw the King of Pentacles underneath here, underneath the Two of Wands, right? You want some loyalty. The King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, he's loyal to a fault. He's loyal. That's why he's the card that represents Taurus. Taurus is loyal to a fault. You want loyalty. That's what I feel like, right? And I feel like you probably had to be serious with some people, and you probably had to be, on point with people. Like, look, this is what is going on, and I am not going to play around. And I feel like you guys can get this. It's just, it's going to require you to be brave in regards to, being open to emotions, opening your heart and allowing love to come in. And that's why I didn't see this as a bad card. That's why I didn't see this as like, ooh, somebody's lying, somebody's doing something. No, this is you taking a risk. And you doing something that may not be very comfortable at first, but it's going to get you in the direction where you want to be, right? It's taking a risk and doing something that you typically wouldn't really do otherwise, right? Especially if you've been in warrior mode all this time. If you've been kind of having to fight some folks off and having to be very serious. Yeah. But you gotta be emotionally open right now, especially regarding this new beginning, because it's right at the door. It's trying to come in. But being serious and detached from your emotions, it's going to be a lot harder and potentially delay even further this new beginning. So let's see what the Romance Angel says. What does the Romance Angel say for you guys this week? What does the Romance Angel say for you guys this week? What does the romance angel say for you guys this week? Wow. You deserve love. And it's so true. It is so true. You are lovable. You are love, Leo. Okay? You are. You guys are the heart, okay? You are lovable. You deserve love. You don't have to protect yourself all the time. I mean, you obviously you do, right? You have to have boundaries and things like that. But you don't have to feel like you have to, be serious and cold and detached from people. All right? You don't have to feel like you have to always kind of be on guard. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to, to be vulnerable. Be open to love, really. That's all you have to do is be open to love. Let's go and see what's going on with your romance angels cards. Trying to figure out where I'm going to put these boxes. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look with your romance. Your wisdom of the... Sorry, excuse me. Your whispers of love is showing. Whispers of love. For Leo, please. Whispers of love. Wow. Wow. The only thing that matters... Ooh. The only thing that matters... Well, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. That's true. Perhaps you want to see physical kind of reciprocation. Love is invisible. Love is a feeling. It's not something that you can see physically, or perhaps maybe it's not affection. Love is not affection. It's expression, but it's not love. Feeling it, you have to be that love in order to see that love, right? To really, and when I say see it, I mean like it's not nothing you can truly ever see. It's something you can feel, and it shifts you so much, right? It just changes you. But it has to be from loving yourself first. It's to be from loving who you are and loving the true essence of you. 100%. No, unconditional. And I gotta do the same thing. I understand. I gotta do the same thing here too. And it can be a little bit difficult, but that's why the Eight of Pentacles here, I feel. It's because it's time to work on it. It's time to work on being open and being emotionally vulnerable and being able to be okay with letting people in. To allowing yourself to feel again, so you can figure out where you really want to take this relationship, where you want to go in your love life, to be even open to new love at all. You gotta love yourself, and you gotta be open to love for yourself.